During World War II, my father got a commission in the Navy and his first assignment was port director of Galveston, Texas. Now, I had lived in Omaha since I was born, and my mother before me. Well, in Galveston, there was segregation. There was Jim Crow. I went to a beautiful junior high on the Gulf of Mexico. They had a broken down brick building where black children went. I think one of the reasons my opinion, I was only 12 years old, was so different from my family or anyone I knew, was that I also was discriminated against, in a sense, by being a Northerner. I was not quite acceptable. So I think I really identified then with others in that position and felt it was very unfair, which it was. That experience made me have a different outlook than anybody I knew in Omaha, and my parents and anyone I knew, and it held true always.
I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
I said, no, I am going. I didn't know anyone at that time that was going. But before I went, the minister, my husband, and other men from the church went, I think because they didn't want me to go alone. Well, this was the speech at the March 1962, the first big civil rights march, where Martin Luther King spoke and delivered a wonderful speech. I Have a Dream, it's called now, because that was a powerful line that he repeated. Well, I cared about equality, about everyone having a chance and not being confined to a certain neighborhood or a certain expectation or certain schools, and having the handicap of something, to me, totally irrational. The color of their skin didn't make any sense to me. It never did. I think it was the nonviolent part of it, the loving vision of it, and the totally nonviolent part of the march. These were not angry people, had good reason to be, but they weren't. And it was important to every person there. We were united in that cause, that vision, that hope. Very often I had been alone in that from the time I was 12 years old. So to be with a huge crowd of people who felt the same way is a great feeling. I guess we're herd animals. I found my herd.